What's up, guys? Today we got Wade in the chair. We're gonna be doing a haircut on him. So bro, what are you thinking of doing today?
I was thinking we just do a mid-taper blowout, do some texture at the front and back, maybe level it out. Last cut was kind of, rough, but get me right.
Are there any things you like or dislike about your haircut at the moment?
Right now it's a little too heavy. It's hard for me to style. I definitely have I have thin hair, so I need texture. So I need a lot of work on that. Scissor work would work best for me, so.
Sounds good, bro. Yeah, just looking at it, there's a few things we can definitely adjust. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Feel ready? Cool, let's do it. Again, I'm just observing his hair, looking at different things. One thing I will say is the back, the shape of it is a bit too heavy. So we're definitely gonna readjust that. If we look at it from this angle, flaring out quite a bit, which is not bad, but we wanna bring that a little tighter, change up the shape just a little bit. But overall, we're just gonna make it look fresh, add a lot of texture, try to get some more volume, especially from the top and the front. And yeah, we'll make it look nice and crispy. We're gonna get him washed out, section it, and get ready for the cut. Okay, so now that we have his hair saturated, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start off by sectioning his hair, something simple this time. All right, you can see it's kind of taking the shape of a horseshoe, just going around the head based on the growth patterns of the head itself. All right, and how I like to start this off, I like to do the scissor work and then we'll do the fade after. My fade will probably end right around here. And how I'm finding that is finding the occipital bone, going about an inch under that, because I can already visualize if I were to put in my fade, around here, it's gonna start to flare out. First, I'm gonna apply foundation, finding it, combing it down, and we're making our first cut. And I'm gonna follow that to the left side of the back. So we can see this is what we cut from the bottom right here, and we wanna follow that up. Also, you want to think about the shape you're creating. So if I pull my comb out like this is the shape we want, that blowout look. Show you guys from this angle. Finding the bottom, connecting into that point. You can look at the shape so far. And if you like it, you can move on. If you need to make adjustments, you can always make adjustments. But for now, that's solid. Continue on the same thing for the left side. Okay, as for the sides, we're essentially doing the same thing. We're gonna just take it a little tighter as we get closer to the temple, because we know we're gonna have our fade around this area. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, all right, so just like we did to the other side, we're gonna create our foundation first. Using the back length that we already cut in as our helping guide. I wanna make sure my fingers are angling out this way, and I wanna be careful not to angle it too far in, because that's gonna take off the weight that we want. So I'm making sure to angle out. So now we have the scissor work done for the sides and the back. We're gonna complete the scissor work on top, and then we're gonna get into our fade. For the top, how we're gonna do it is set up a profile guide. We're gonna take off about a 1/2 inch, starting with the length like that. We're going to continue using vertical sections. We're still just doing our vertical sections. Except this time, instead of being on this side and pulling towards us, we're gonna stay on this side and we're gonna push away. And there you go. That's pretty much our wet shape cut in. We're gonna make some adjustments later on. I'm gonna use a feather razor for a sec. Just break up the fringe a little bit more. So now we're gonna get into the fade. I'm gonna start off using a 1.5 open, essentially just debulking this area right here. As you can see, because we already put in our foundation with the scissor work, this is just nicely blending into that. And we're also not going too high with the taper, so it's gonna look fresh, but it's also gonna look nice and natural. Nothing too crazy. But as you can see, I'm just using my trimmer, creating an outline and setting in my bald line for the tapers. As you can see, I'm shaping up the C-cup, keeping it natural, but keeping it as sharp as possible without doing any sort of pushback. And that's the same thing for around the ear and to the neck taper. After that, I go in with my box shaver and go up, not all the way to the trimmer line, but just right under where we finished off. I like to fade up, and I'm going with no guard clipper open, and then I'm going to close it up. And next I'm coming in with the half guard, starting off lever open and then closed. The way I like to do my fades is going one guard at a time, putting in a line and then blending it out. Moving on to the next side, we're doing the same thing. As you can see, starting no guard open, putting in a line and then closing it to take out that line. Next up, we got the half guard open, just using the corners lightly, flicking into our fade, not using the whole blade because we don't want to accidentally create any lines or little gaps in our fade. And as you can see, this method is pretty simple, definitely not overcomplicating it, just as simple as putting in a line with the next guard and then taking it out. Once again, with a fade, it's visual. You're going for the shade to find a proper gradient over thinking about an actual length. Because in certain densities, some hairs can be the same length, but they'll look different. So that's why you're just trying to create a nice solid blend. After that, we'll move on to one of the harder parts in a fade, which is going to be the neck taper. For this, we're keeping the fade pretty low just because we don't want to go too high into our scissor work or the shape you created, but it's just the same steps. You want to make sure you're going with the hair growth. So if a hair is growing sideways, you want to cut it in that opposite direction. And take your time with the back. There's a lot of different densities, a lot of different curvatures of the head, and sometimes very difficult bone structures. So just take your time. This usually takes at least double of a taper on the sideburns. So yeah, just really go through your steps little by little. And as you can see here, going in with my corners, but I'm making sure to cut against the way the hair is growing to make sure it's being cut properly. So once we have the fade done, we're coming into our styling part. I'm just using a little bit of texture powder, as I already put in some product earlier, so this is just to finish it off, lightly dusting it over and making my final touches. Once again, with this kind of hairstyle, it's a pretty textured, loose hairstyle, so nothing too crazy, just making sure we're scrunching with our fingers. Using our fingertips to twist any hairs together to really get that shattered, messy look. And then we always finish off with some final detail work. Alright guys, so as you can see, we pretty much have our final look on Wade. Just refreshed what he had going on, reshaped it, brought him back to life. Nice shape overall with the shear work, still having that blowout look, but making it look really fresh with nice tapers. Kept them pretty low to mid, just so it blends in nicely with the shear work. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hope you guys learned something, and stay tuned for the next one.